Hi guys, it's Sam, and I'm gonna be doing my dating wrap for 2024, except it's 6 months late, but I don't care. I made this whole PowerPoint and I forgot about it until now. So we're gonna run through all of our contestants for 2024. Here are some facts about me. My name is Sam, obviously, as you can tell by my channel name. So for the majority of 2024, I was 19. I'm currently 20 as I'm recording this. I was born in May of 2005 and I'm 5'2". All right, so here are some relationship stats. So I had 15 first dates. I didn't have any serious relationships, unfortunately. There were about five people that I seriously considered being in a relationship with. The shortest guy I dated was 5'6". The tallest guy I went out with was 6'5". The shortest date I went on was 1 hour long. The longest date I went on was 5 hours long. The youngest guy I dated was 19, and the oldest guy I dated was 29. All right, so here were some of the date destinations. So dinner, I give dinner a 5 out of 5. Mini golf, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 because I fucking suck at mini golf, and it's just really embarrassing. Bookstore, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 because I like to go to the bookstore, but I feel like men don't appreciate it the way I do, so I can't really enjoy it as much. The mall, I'm gonna give the mall a 2 out of 5 because honestly, like unless you're gonna like spend money on me, why would you take me to the mall? Like, why are you gonna take me to the mall if I'm just gonna be buying stuff myself? Like, I can go to the mall by myself in that case. Arboretum, which an arboretum is just like a really nice garden. What did I give that? Did I give that? I can't see because my dumbass face is in the way. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. One I went to was very walkable, so we just kind of walked around in this like really pretty garden. It's really good for photos. I'm sure I appreciated it more than he did, but it was still a fun time. And then museums. So I went to multiple museums. I went to an aquarium. That was really cool. And then I also went to like this, like, can't remember the name of it, but it was like a taxidermy museum. So it had like a bunch of animals in it, but they were like all dead and like stuffed with cotton. And then it had like dinosaur skeletons. So that one was pretty cool, but I think I like the aquarium better. I like seeing actual live animals more. And then painting. I did pottery painting specifically. That was pretty fun. I don't think the guys liked it as much as I did, but we're talking about how much I liked it. Okay. And picnics, 4 out of 5. I really like picnics. The only reason it doesn't get a 5 out of 5 was is literally just because of the bugs. Like the bugs get on my nerves so much. Oh God. Okay. There's more. All right. Movies, 2 out of 5. You cannot get to fucking know someone if you can't talk in the movie. Don't movies are an awful first date idea. Don't do them. Escape room, 1 out of 5. I like escape rooms too, but escape rooms get a 1 out of 5 for a first date at least. I think if y'all have been out a couple times, it would be more fun. But I went to an escape room for the first date and it was awkward. Aquarium. Oh, it's already all right. Yeah, aquarium gets 5 out of 5. Bowling, 1 out of 5 because I suck at bowling. Home. I did go to one guy's house. We'd been talking for like a month and he made me meet his parents and I was not happy about it. So I don't know what I rated it because my face is in the way. But I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5, especially in the beginning stages of dating. Because no offense, but I don't want to meet any of your family members unless we're like 6 months like in an actual relationship. If we're still in the dating era, I don't want to meet your family. Arcade, 4 out of 5. Yeah, I would agree with that. I made this like a while ago, but I would still agree arcade dates are pretty fun. Axe throwing gets a 1 out of 5 because the guy that I went with, it was his first time ever doing axe throwing and he was beating me so bad at it. And I was so pissed because I've been axe throwing a couple times at this point, and I was really pissed that he was like beating me at it. So whatever. And then thrifting, I love thrifting, not with men though, because the whole time they're just staring at you like, are you done? And it's like, you offered to take me thrifting. You offered to take me thrifting and now you're rushing me. Like, come on. So I gave everyone code names. These are not these people's actual names. The reason his code name is Gale is because he looked a lot like Liam's Hemsworth. The one who ever played Gale in the Hunger Games. He looked like him a lot. So he was 20. He was 6'3". We only talked for like a month. I ended it because I'm pretty sure this man was gay. Like I really liked him. He was super hot. I really liked him. But anytime I hung out with him, I felt like I was hanging out with like a gay bestie. And I really wish it wasn't true because I really did like him, but it wasn't gonna work out for that reason. Harry Potter. Okay, yeah, this motherfucker had Harry Potter looking ass glasses, so that's why his code name is Harry Potter. So he was 23, 5'10". Length of contact was about 1 month. He ended it because he thought I was too young. At the time we went out, I was 18, about to be 19. And for starters, on my dating profile, we met on Bumble, right? I had it in my dating profile that I was 18. So he knew my age the whole time. I never lie about my age. And I asked him on the first date, "Are you comfortable with my age?" Because he mentioned that he doesn't typically date anyone under the age of 20. And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Like after getting to know you, I'm okay with it." And then after our third date, he sent me like a paragraph saying like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with the age gap, yada yada yada." And this was after this man told me that he deleted all his dating apps. He deleted all his dating apps right in front of me on like second date, which made me a little uncomfortable because I'm like, you don't know me like that. Why? And he's like, oh, I just want to focus only on you. And what I personally think happened was I do think he was really into me, but I think he might have told like his friends or something my age, and his friend might have been like, oh, ew, you're fucking disgusting, like something like that, because he was really scared of what other people thought of him. Which, like, after a certain age, like, you just need to get the fuck over it. Like, you gotta do what makes you happy. Yeah, that's why that ended. Ginger, he's 29, 6'4". Yeah, we only talked for a week. I think we only went out like time. He ghosted me, and at the time, I didn't know why. He just hit me up like a month or two after he ghosted me and was like, "Hey, like, do you want tickets to see Usher?" And I'm like, "No, why the fuck would I want to see Usher?" He would like just text me randomly, and I just blocked him after a while because I'm like, I'm not interested in you, and you ghosted me for no reason. I just don't want to talk to you. He was kind of immature. He was like a decent conversationalist. We had a good conversation when we went out. And his tattoos were not very good. I thought they were shitty, but I guess that's subjective. So Arthur Fleck. Okay, this man will go down in history as the worst date I've ever had. So the reason I named him Arthur Fleck was specifically because his voice sounded eerily similar to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker voice, which I guess is just Joaquin Phoenix's voice. It was really weirding me out because I'm like, this motherfucker sounds like the Joker. Like his voice, it was really creepy. Also, he said in his profile that he was 6 foot, but when I met him, he was 5'10". I'm pretty good at telling what people's heights are, and this man was not 6 foot. We only talked for about a week. We went out one time. This was the hour-long date. I literally sat down, he approached me, and I was just like, oh, hell no. Like, and it wasn't that he was like super unattractive, but there was just something off about him. I think I can assume that my assumption was right because when I told him that I didn't want to see him again, he was like arguing with me about it. And he was like, oh, well, we barely got to talk or get to know each other. I'm like, I was doing everything in my power to not tell this man that, like, we're just creepy. Like, I don't like your vibe. Like, there's just something off about you because I didn't want to upset him. So, yeah, and we met off Match.com. He's like the only person I went out with for Match.com. It's a 1 out of 5. If someone rejects you, just like take it like a normal person and just say, okay, have a great rest of your day. Hickory. I do remember who this person is. He was 20. He was 5'6" or 5'7". We only talked for about a week. I ended it because we didn't really have any chemistry. Like he was genuinely like a nice person. He also lived like an hour away, which I personally don't like driving. So if you live more than like 30 minutes away from me, honestly, it's just not gonna work. It's a 5 out of 5. He was a lovely guy. He was very nice, but he's just not really for me. Joe Goldberg. Okay, this guy. Oh my god. Okay, so he was 23, 6'3". We talked for about 2 weeks. I ended up because he was very clingy, very obsessive. Like, first date, he was like, "Oh, when are we getting married?" And I'm like, which I think you're joking, but I can't tell if you are. And he was mad at me because one of his friends, I guess, came across my Bumble profile and not deleting my dating apps because we went on one date. And he wanted me to be his girlfriend after the first date, which is just that's an automatic like flag for me. Like, don't know me like that. I could be crazy and you wouldn't know. I just told him straight up, like, you're coming on way too strong. You're doing way too much and it's freaking me out. So that's how I ended things with him. All right, Richie Rich. Okay. He was 22 years old. He was 5'10". We talked for about 3 months. He was one of the people that I was kind of on the fence with him about being in a relationship. I ended it for a couple different reasons. For starters, we didn't really align politically. Like, he was definitely more right leaning. I'm definitely more moderate left leaning. And he told me that he was going to be voting for Trump in 2024. And that's when I was kind of like, ooh, not for me. And he also, it was weird because he would brag about how much money he had. Like, his parents had a house in Martha's Vineyard, I think, right? It's where all like the fucking presidents go to golf and shit. His parents had a house down there. And he's told me, he's like, oh yeah, my neighbor's the 10th richest person in Pennsylvania, which is where we live. And yet anytime we would go out, he would complain about spending money on me. And it's like, how are you gonna tell me about how rich you and your family are and then complain about spending $50 on a meal? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, he gets a 2 out of 5. I will say, like, I don't think he's a bad person, but he's definitely not for me, and if, like, you're not gonna spend money on someone that you're dating, I just don't think it's gonna work out for you. Dragon, okay. Alright, so this man was 19, he was 5'11". We talked for about 2 months. He was also another person that I considered being in a relationship with. I ended it because he had certain fetishes that I was not okay with. It wasn't anything, like, morally wrong, but it was just stuff that I'm like, "That's just too weird for me." Like, a lot of people call themselves a freak. This man was a freak. Okay, he was a freak. Alright? And he was also kind of annoying, like, he wasn't really good at holding conversations. I remember one time we were in the car and I was like, "Oh, how was your day?" And he's like, "It was good." And he didn't say anything. I'm like, "Okay, so here's the part where you ask me how I'm doing." And I don't know if that's, like, a guy thing or if this man might have been on the spectrum, because 'cause I'm on the spectrum myself, but I know to ask people about their day when they ask me how my day's going. But yeah, he was really hot, and honestly, like, I wish things worked out with him because I did think he was really attractive. So we did know each other in high school. Beanstalk. Okay, yeah. This guy was 21 years old. He was the tallest guy I dated. He was 6'5". We only talked for about 2 weeks. I ended up ending it because he wasn't really my type. He was very tall, which I do like tall guys. He was very skinny. And for me, I don't personally fuck with skinny guys. Like, there's nothing wrong if you're a skinny guy. Plenty of girls are into that, but it's just not for me. And he was also gonna be moving to Pittsburgh, which is, like, 5 hours away from me, and he was also a Trump supporter, so I'm like, "Yeah, this is just, like, not gonna work." But I gave him a 3 out of 5. Like, he wasn't, a bad person or anything. It just, like, isn't gonna work out. Barback. Who is this? Oh, this was the shortest guy I dated. Okay. 21, 5'6", couple weeks. I ended up because there was no chemistry. I met him. He used to be like he worked behind the bar at a local restaurant that I go to a lot, and he ended up me on Snapchat, and that's how we started talking. But we went out, and there was just not really a chemistry. So, he's an enough guy. Pasta. Who the fuck am I talking about? Who was this? Oh, okay, now I remember. All right, so he was 29, 5'10". We only talked for a week. I ended up because he was not my type, no chemistry. It's a 1 out of 5. He was very self-absorbed. Okay, so when we went out, I think the reason I nicknamed him Pasta was because when we went out, he ordered pasta, right? This man didn't eat any of it. He barely ate any of it. And I was like, "Are you gonna eat your food?" Because I finished my food personally. I finished all my food. And he was like, "No, like, I just don't really like to eat." And I could kinda tell because he was very skinny, which explains why he wasn't really my type. But the whole time he was just, like, talking about himself. I don't think this man asked me a single question about myself. And that's why I like him as, like, self-absorbed. And then after the date, he was like, "Oh, I had such a great time. Like, I think we had a really great connection." And I'm like, "But you just talked about yourself. What do you mean we had a great connection? You didn't ask me a single fucking question." That's why that did not work out, and I think that's the last person, right? I feel like I might be missing a couple people. Okay, I definitely am, but some of them must have not yeah, were all the people that I can remember because I went on 15 first dates, but there's definitely not 15 slides here. Alright, anyway, that was my, dating wrap 2024. Sorry it's late, kind of forgot about it, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Be safe out there, dating apps are awful, and have a great rest of your day.